Howdy gamers, Old Gamer Guy here. Welcome to another Stellaris Console Edition video. If you remember, in the last episode, I did not have the proper technology to properly terraform the planets within my space, but look at this, we've got it now. Atmospheric manipulation. So now we can start taking a look at some of these other planets and terraforming them to fit our fragile human bodies, our fragile human minds, and our very, very fragile human egos. I decided to make a planet in this system my first candidate for terraforming because it has a frontier outpost in it, and if I'm able to settle this planet and build it up enough, I will be able to dismantle that frontier outpost. This is a tundra planet at the moment. The problem is, to transform it into a continental world, which would be ideal, it will take 5,000 energy credits. I only have about 3,600 at the moment, but if I finish the prosperity tree, it will lower the terraforming cost by 33%, but I still have two things to unlock in that tree before I get that finishing effect. And I don't think I want to wait that long. Luckily, earlier in this game, I made contact with this alien space station over here, and they are a group of traders. Traders as in merchants, not traders as in people who have betrayed. Just want to make that clear. But one of the things you can do is to trade for energy credits. And so if I give them 2,000 minerals, I will get 1,000 energy credits. It just so happens that I have lots and lots of minerals at the moment. So I'm able to do this twice. And it will give me, in total, the energy credits that I need. And I'll still have some left over, which is cool. So now I have nearly 5,600 energy credits, and here I am back at the planet that I wanted to terraform, and now I can do it. And it's going to take 3,600 days to do it, but we are on our way to terraforming a large planet, which will be great to colonize. In the last video, you may remember that I identified a potential problem, and that is my influence is very low. There are different ways to increase your influence. You can research technologies, you can declare other empires your rivals, and you can make factions within your society happy. So, taking a look at the factions within my society, there is one that is the clear troublemaker in terms of happiness. The Committee of United Scientists, and they have a couple of grievances with us, but or with the government, but the big one is called Synth Envy, and basically it says that we have met other star empires that have robot populations, and they are envious of that. They think we should have them. So I'll have to get the proper technology basically to make a difference with that problem of theirs. Meanwhile, I thought I would go ahead and build a spaceport in orbit around this planet because it's very far away and they'll need some extra defenses. It's kind of the counterpart to Nikor Prime over there on the other side of the galaxy, and if you have watched the rest of these videos in this series, you saw that with a combination of my small fleet and the spaceport and a defensive platform, I was able to win a defensive type of a war with the Derp Coalition.
Research complete.
And look at this, we have completed research on an upgrade for the starports, and we have the opportunity to research robotic workers. So as soon as we get these into our society, I'm hoping that that will make the disgruntled faction a little bit less disgruntled I'll have to be kind of judicious about where those robot workers are placed because they help with minerals, but if you have them working in a science station, you lose a lot of research potential. So I don't want them working in a science lab, but I could have them working on mineral production. Now,
Ships upgraded.
I just noticed something funny there on the edge of our space. A colony ship from a different faction has moved into our space, and it belongs to the League of Valshow. We have not closed our borders with the League of Valshow, and I have to assume that they are traveling through our space to get to some of this unsettled area over here. Like they want to claim one of these planets. I don't want them to do that, and so I'm going to take a semi-hostile approach. Not exactly hostile. I'm not going to declare them a rival, but what I'm going to do is close my borders so their ship cannot pass through our space. It's not super hostile, but it's also not super friendly. It could lead to trouble down the line. They are already wary of us. They're not hostile, but they're wary. But here I go, closing the borders. And that should make their ship warp on out of our space. It still shows them as being wary to us, but I have not unpaused the passage of time, so that might have put them into hostile territory. But there's their ship warping out, so they cannot. At least they cannot go this way to get through my space. My other planet there is blocking off another route into this area. But they could take a very, very long way around. And there they go. Now they've closed their space to us.
Special project complete.
Which is what I expected them to do. And look at this. This is kind of a nice little bonus. A special project was completed by my science ship, one of my science ships. And the result is that we have gotten 150 extra influence. So I've got a little bit of a pad in my influence now. It's still too low, but I got a few points, and that's nice.
Research complete.
Look at this. A new contact. The In Theory Council, which is another race that I created specifically to be friendly with the humans. They look kind of like moths, I guess. And they should be friendly. Hopefully that'll work out well. But unfortunately, they are on the other side of the Derp Coalition. But that might not be a bad thing. If I'm able to get in a federation with them, if the Derp Coalition cause a problem, we could attack from different sides. So that would be cool. See how that works out. But here we go again. Another contact. This empire I did not create. The Jackley Star Empire. I don't know what you would call that. They kind of look like a brain bug sort of a thing for a head. They're not exactly friendly. I did not design these guys. They are an illuminated autocracy, xenophobic isolationists. And it took me a minute to figure out where they were because I didn't see them on the map, and there's still not a name on the map. But I'm assuming that this striped area represents them, and I guess that means that the In Theory Council, maybe they are vassals of the In Theory Council. I'm not really sure, but I think this is a good spot to go ahead and end this video. Some cool stuff has happened. And yeah, we will pick it up right here in the next video. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.